As stated before, I'm going to be really shocked if we see Juventus against Barcelona in the 64th edition of the UEFA Champions League final. I'm going to be really surprised if we see that. What people are seeing in the 64th Champions League final for Juventus in Barcelona is that Juventus contra Barcelona equals 85. That is Cristiano Ronaldo's birth year. That is a clue that we are going to eventually see Juventus against Barcelona down the road, but just not happening this year. I'm going to predict Ronaldo to win his 7th Champions League title against Barcelona. That's when I'm going to predict it to happen. To me, I don't think you can just write off Messi and automatically declare Cristiano Ronaldo the GOAT of football this early in time. To me, Ronaldo against Messi has to come after Messi wins the World Cup. That would be the ultimate showdown between Juventus and Barcelona. How the script is really going to turn out to be is that this is going to be a special season for Liverpool winning the Premier League title, and then they have the opportunity to complete a double against Juventus in the Champions League final. Pretty much what the script calls for is that Ronaldo's going to beat Barcelona in the Champions League final 4 years later. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to knock off the two best teams in England in the Champions League knockout stage. Ronaldo is going to beat the best defense in Europe, Atletico Madrid. Juventus are going to face off against Ajax, and Juventus are already drawn against the winner of Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to predict City to beat Tottenham, then I'm going to predict Tottenham to spoil Manchester City's title hopes this year. Tottenham's going to play spoiler. Liverpool has been helped out a lot with the draw. They tried to help out Liverpool with the draw. I feel even greater about Liverpool winning the Premier League this year. Ronaldo's going to knock off the two best teams in the English Premier League during this knockouts. That's how this script is going to turn out to be. And let me show you exactly what is happening here for the script. Is that it is Freemasons, it is Zionists, and it is Jesuits that rig and script your world of professional sports through Jewish mysticism, through the Kabbalic practice of coding letters and words into numbers. That is gematria. And here in the 64th edition of the Champions League, it is Juventus Football Club that equals 64, as mentioned before. It is Jurgen Klopp that is going to finish the Premier League season undefeated. And I'm going to predict Juventus to have a 3-7 record in the Champions League final, to hand Jurgen Klopp his 37th loss as the Liverpool manager against his opposition, which is Massimiliano Allegri. It is Allegri that equals 37. Liverpool, I think Liverpool are going to win a game, and they're going to draw a game in each of their last two ties. I think Liverpool are going to finish the Champions League with 6 wins and 4 losses, because remember, they lost 3 group stage matches, and they've drawn one other game. So they would have 3 draws in the Champions League knockout stage. That's the record that I'm going to predict Liverpool to finish with in this Champions League. It is Forza Ronaldo that equals 145 in gematria. The last time Liverpool lost a game was against Wolves in the FA Cup. They lost in the FA Cup. This occurred in the quarterfinals, or I think, or the third round, or whatever it was. Cristiano Ronaldo wears number 7. He's been bought to end the Champions League final spell. Juventus going to end the 23-year Champions League title drought over at Madrid, Spain. It's Spain that equals 23. Now, I want you to notice that it is Wolves that starts with the letter W. W is the 23rd letter. And scripted by the numbers, this highlight video, or this strike rather, this strike occurred in a 23-minute video. And Neves scored in the 55th minute. Now, the last time an Italian team won the Champions League came during the 55th Champions League. So this match against Wolves was a scripted match. It's Wolves that equals 24. Liverpool's next loss is going to occur against Juventus. It's Wolves that equals 24. It is Juventus that equals 24. I want you to notice that the gematria of Wolves equals 96. It is Freemason that equals 96. The last time Juventus won the Champions League came during the year 1996. Now, the amount of time from Liverpool's last loss to Wolves on the 7th day of the year, Cristiano Ronaldo, number 7, their next loss is going to occur in the final against Cristiano Ronaldo 7, 145 days later. In gematria, it is Forza Ronaldo that equals 145. The next loss 145 days later for Liverpool against Cristiano Ronaldo. Just when we all think that it's going to be, oh, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi. They keep us all guessing. They keep us guessing because all of this happened in the past, where we have speculated that, hey, the draw is going to be rigged, that, oh, UEFA wants Cristiano Ronaldo against Lionel Messi. Well, you can't end that GOAT discussion too quickly. What really happened in the semifinals was that Real Madrid and Barcelona were drawn apart from each other, but nonetheless, this didn't happen. Barcelona won, but Real Madrid didn't beat Juventus. Real Madrid were ahead in the second leg, but Alvaro Morata scored. Real Madrid and Barcelona never happened. It was scripted for Juventus to make it in that final over Real Madrid. I can show you in another video if you really thought it was going to be Ronaldo Messi during 2015. So this scenario is going to happen again, where Juventus face off against City, but then Barcelona are drawn up against, Juventus against City, but then it's Barcelona against Liverpool. Some of these draws I predicted, but they just happen a little later in the Champions League. Like Juventus Ajax, I thought would be semifinals, and then Barcelona Liverpool, I thought would be quarterfinals, but these matchups are just happening at different times. So, this is super interesting, super fantabulous stuff. Now, moving on. Liverpool have lost 6 games in total right now. Their 7th loss is going to occur against Cristiano Ronaldo, number 7. I believe Liverpool are going to knock off Barcelona in the Champions League semifinals. I truly believe that. I will save that video for later on in April when we know the exact win-loss records for Liverpool and Barcelona, etc., etc. So that's very interesting. Now, the final is going to be played on June the 1st. It's Bernardeschi that created the penalty for Juventus against Atletico. It's Liverpool FC that equals 61. They knocked out Bayern Munich on the 13th day of March. That was scripted by the numbers as well. Ronaldo, the former Manchester United man, is going to knock out his former club's 2 biggest rivals, mate. That's the script. That's the script. Knock out the 2 biggest teams in England. England is pumping up its fists. 4 teams in the quarterfinals and all. Yeah, England. Yeah. Premier League. Yeah, Ronaldo. Too big. Premier League. Too big. I think that's the next part, is that, that Manchester City, man, they can totally knock out Juventus. Like, I think the football community is going to really believe that Juventus are just, they play in Syria, and it's just, it's too much. They call it a farmers league and all, but I don't really buy that when Juventus beat Real Madrid and Barcelona. And you see right here is that Juventus, Liverpool is going to happen right after Juventus. I think the second leg of Juventus City is going to be at the City of Manchester. This is why. City of Manchester equals 76. I think Juventus are going to book their trip to Madrid away at Manchester. Yes. I think that's exactly, I see this happening this way. So this has happened in the past before, where it looked really likely that, hey, you can see Ronaldo against Messi happening, but I tell you, it isn't either or. I'm telling you, man, it is going to happen later on in time, but it is just all about timing for these scripts, just to predict them on the spot. And you see that Juventus against Liverpool and Italian gematria equals 107. Campionato equals 107. So the 1985 final was scripted, believe it or not. And then Madrid, España equals 107. 53. You see, O'Connor Scholar, whatever his name is, he managed Cardiff City. His first opponent was Cardiff City. Massimiliano Allegri's last final was at Cardiff City. Massimiliano Allegri's going to knock off Liverpool, get in the final, and then he's going to torture Liverpool and their garbage scousers some more. When you see, they need a winner as their manager. They need a winner. Because Marcello Lippi showed Manchester United how to be winners by watching film of Juventus. Is that, hey, what you see here in that film is design. So listen up to Sir Alex Ferguson. He would tell you that, hey, you can't go wrong with hiring the Juventus manager. You see how Antonio Conte has worked for Chelsea? I'm still sticking with Allegri to manage Manchester United. He needs to torture the Reds. Ronaldo needs to torture them again. And Allegri needs to head off to England. No guarantee of that, because I think he could easily stay on for 7 years over at Juventus and just leave after the 7th year. You see, the next thing here with Zidane to Real Madrid is, why did he go back to Real Madrid? And is it still in the cards for Zidane to win Champions League title number 7? We have the Real Madrid connection against Barcelona. So that's like the next angle to really decode in the script, but I hope you understand exactly why we are going to see Juventus over Liverpool in the Champions League final. I'm linking up the I showed this disaster video and my synopsis. I don't know how to pronounce the word. Through the whole entire Champions League, some of the matches I thought were scripted and all, and I like to revisit the Liverpool Paris Saint-Germain game because that actually has something to do with Liverpool playing the Champions League final. I thought it would be Paris Saint-Germain, but I like to revisit that whole topic.